Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all had a good week. I am Laura of LKG 329 Sales on eBay, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. In this week's video, we've got 7 orders going out and a couple of store updates, so let's get to it. It's Monday and time to get some orders pulled and shipped. We've got 6 on the list for today. First order going out are some Barbie PC CD-ROM games. I've got a stack of 8 here. And I got these and a few other PC CD-ROM games at a yard sale. Paid $4.50 for all of them. Lotted these 8 games up for $24.99 plus shipping. And that's what they sold for. So I've made my money back on these now. And the rest of them, as they say, will be pure profit. And yes, I know I've still got the paper on there, but I went and got cases today. Not the cases I wanted. I was preferring just the paper sleeves, but this was all that my local Walmart had. So we'll get those in cases before packaging those up. Next up is a box of mixed jewelry pieces. I believe it's this one right here. Yeah, so this is the correct one. It's got a bunch of different pieces of jewelry in there. I was selling these, am selling these for a friend, and this one sold on auction for $9 plus shipping. And this same buyer bought another auction of jewelry that I had going on for a friend. And so these two will be combined and shipped all together, and we'll get them. Well, actually, we did a invoice, so I went ahead and discounted the shipping for this buyer, and that box also sold for $9 plus shipping. Next up is another PC game. This one is Nancy Drew, and this is from that same haul where I got the Barbies, so I did not attribute any cost to this, and it sold for $7.99 plus shipping. Next order going out is a neat order. This is a St. Patrick's Day yard flag, and I say that it's interesting because this I actually got for free. Went to a yard sale and they had a whole bin of yard flags, and I was looking at one, and the lady said, if you find one you want, you can have it for free. And I said, well, what if I take all of them? And she said, yeah, just take them. So, and I did offer to pay, and they told me no, just take them. So this one here, I listed it for $9.99 and accepted a best offer at $7 plus shipping. And got one more order going out today, and it's another lot of jewelry. I gotta dig it out a little bit. It's this one right here. And this one went on auction as well. A bit fewer pieces. So it had less pieces in it. And so this one, I started the auction out a little bit slower, and it sold for $5 plus shipping. So my total for the items I've got headed out the door today is $62.98 plus shipping. It is now Friday, and I've got just one more order going out. So this is a Mickey Mouse themed neck pillow, travel pillow, or whatever those are called. And I got it in a big lot of plush that I had purchased at a yard sale, where I purchased just every bit of plush that the lady had. Well, there it is. There's Miss Sadie hanging out while I'm pulling this one order this morning. But anyways, got this in a big lot. Ended up with 13 cents in it. It's in really good shape. There's no holes or issues with it at all. Listed it for $8.99 and took a best offer at $6.50 plus shipping. So my total for the 7 orders that went out this week came in at $69.48 plus shipping. So I'm just happy at this point that I'm still getting sales. They are very inconsistent, which was to be expected since my store was on time away mode. It no longer is, but the store sales are still very spotty. They're still inconsistent. I'm not having sales every day like I used to, which is a little disappointing because I've done better this month at listing, I think, than I have since I started my store. I've only missed 2 days listing so far this month. I've had better listings, better items. For the most part, there are still some filler items that I'm listing, but my listings are getting better. So I am a little disappointed that I'm still not seeing the return of investment on those. But I'm hoping that since my store is now no longer on time away mode, that it will hopefully start to pick up a little bit. I know a pre-summer slowdown is normal, but from what I'm hearing, this much of a slowdown is not normal. But I guess at this point, I'm just happy I've still got sales going out. Also, too, I did not do any sourcing this last week. Getting over this little procedure I've had on my hand is proving to be more difficult than I expected it to be. And so I'm very cautious with using my hand. They told me not to use it, to limit anything 3 to 5 pounds at the very most. And I have found that 5 pounds is pretty painful. And so I'm just trying to use it as little as possible. And I did end up hurting it last night a little bit. So I am babying it even more today. But I have less than 48 hours and I get the stitches out. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But I ended up not doing sourcing. I was too afraid to try that one-handed and risk breaking something or hurting myself. So I'm hoping to get back on sourcing this weekend. Don't know how well that will go. I don't know. Are yard sales still pretty good on Memorial Day weekend? For those of you that have been doing this longer than me, does Memorial Day affect yard sales? Have you ever noticed that? Let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate the heads up on that. But I am looking forward nonetheless to getting back out and sourcing again. I'm also looking forward to actually doing new listings again. One of the things I've been doing recently, because I am afraid to use my right hand, I can't hardly hold my phone properly, and most of what I have to list is breakable stuff. So I'm waiting until I have both hands good and ready to go before I start listing new items. So I've been doing Sell Similar for the last, I guess, almost 2.5 weeks now. For sure 2 weeks. No, not 2 weeks. Week and a half. There we go. About a week and a half I've been doing Sell Similar, and using this time, it's easier to type one-handed. And so I've been trying to take advantage of this time and go through my listings, especially since eBay did the categories update recently. I did not get the email about that, but I've seen where it did go out and that categories have been updated. And so it's a good idea to go in and just check that your item is still in the correct category, see if there's any item specifics that need to be added since those updates took place. So I decided to go back, and I'm starting with my oldest listings, and I'm trying for 15 Sell Similar items a day. There's only been 2 days, I think, that I did not meet the 15 items that I wanted to do. But it's very time consuming. It's more time consuming than I thought it would be for me. And so I'm just going through, ending about 20 listings at a time, going through and picking out the 15 best and making sure that all the information is accurate, making sure that my listing looks consistent, because my item descriptions were all over the place. There was no consistency to the descriptions on them, which each item is unique. I understand that, but I have a particular flow of how I present that information now. So I was updating that, rechecking price comps to make sure that my item is still priced accurately for the market, and then making sure that my categories, my item specifics are correct, and also rechecking my titles. because some of my titles I kind of laughed at myself when I read them. And then also looking at my photos that I had, seeing if I needed to update or add any photos, and there are several that I laughed at myself again because I did not have near enough photos, or the photos that I did have just weren't that great. So I've got several listings set aside to go back and add pictures to those once I can, and then get them back out there. So it's been an interesting process seeing how much I've grown, which is not a lot, but to see that I have gained some knowledge in the 9, almost 10 months I've been working with eBay, on how my listings should look. And now I'm seeing things that I need to be more careful with, things I need to make sure are more accurate, that I need to be more specific on, and getting better titles for my items. It's been interesting to see and realize that I am actually learning how to do this. And one other thing that I'm now doing on my store, or rather not doing in my store, is I currently have no promotions whatsoever going on. So I took a moment to look at the items that I had on promotions and did not have any traffic on any of those items in the last 30 days. And none of the traffic coming into my store was from those promotions in the last 30 days. So I no longer saw the benefit of it. And my dog is ready to come inside. I'll be right back. So anyways, I'm no longer doing promotions in my store. I wasn't seeing any benefit from it, so I no longer see any reason to pursue that avenue for getting my items out there. So we're going to try this for a little bit and see what happens, because I'm still getting decent sales. And I think I looked at it also, I haven't had a sale because of a promoted listing in well over a month now. So there's just no benefit in it for me right now, but eventually I may start doing promoted listings again. But I ended all promotions that I had going on, and the new listings that are going up will not have a promotion attached to them. And that's just what I'm going to do for the time being. So anyways, that's all I have for you in this video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave me a comment below if you have any feedback, questions, or suggestions. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.